Consider the tale of Maria, a nurse from Texas who dedicated her life to serving others. When the pandemic hit, Maria was on the front line, working around the clock, risking her life and health. But when she contracted the virus and had to take time off, she found herself battling not just the illness, but also the system. Her workers' compensation insurance fell short, leaving her to grapple with medical bills and lost wages. Then, there's the story of Michael, a construction worker from New York. A fall at the job site left him with a debilitating back injury. His claim for workers' compensation was denied on technical grounds. With no national work comp commission to appeal to, Michael found himself caught in a cycle of pain, paperwork, and poverty. These stories are not isolated incidents, they are symptomatic of a larger systemic issue. The war on labor and patients' human rights is real, and it's happening right now. Take, for instance, the hundreds of first responders and military personnel who, every year, succumb to post-traumatic stress disorder. The rationing of care, coupled with the legal immunity granted to medical professionals, has created a system where the very people who put their lives on the line for us are left unprotected and unheard. And then there's the silent epidemic of suicides among workers, driven to despair by the lack of support and safeguards. This is a crisis that touches every sector, every state, and every stratum of society. But change is possible, and it begins with awareness. We need to shed light on these stories, on these struggles. We need to raise our voices for the establishment of a National Work Comp Commission and the enforcement of minimum federal standards for workers' rights. It's time to demand accountability from corporations and insurance providers. It's time to push for reforms that ensure no worker is left behind. It's time to fight for a system that values its workers as much as it values profit. Today, stand with Maria, stand with Michael, stand with the countless others who deserve better. Support the cause for minimum federal human rights for workers. Because every worker deserves to live the American dream, not endure an American nightmare.